Right, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Chickens on the Loose podcast, and we are live. And in today's podcast, we'll be talking about the post-match Cheltenham game, not Cheltenham, whatever game it was. Haru, who do we play on Tuesday?
Cheltenham,
yep. Post-match Cheltenham game, pre-match Gillingham, the weather forecast for the Gillingham game, the latest news, what's on your plate, and if we're to shout about, vent about anything. But before we get the show on the road, I want to talk about the elephant in the room. And if you are watching live, you currently see me, basically I've had a haircut. This is because I've got a job interview on Monday. I don't want to look smart, I didn't want to go as a tramp, but the hair dye will still happen if we go up. So hopefully we'll go up. But let's now get cracked on, eh? So today I am joined by Haru, Robbie, Lee, and also Jack.
Hey, Johnny.
Good evening, everybody.
And I take Robbie and Jack can hear us.
can you hear you very well?
Can you hear us, Jack? Okay. So let's get into it. So Bradford City, Cheltenham game, just gone Tuesday. Bradford City won 3-0 with Lapsey scoring 2 and Mellon scoring 1 goal. So starting off with Haru, what was your thoughts on the game?
Oh, that game on the Tuesday night, like what I said before on the podcast, I thought it was going to be a 2-1 win to the Bantams. I thought it was going to be a very difficult game for us on that Tuesday night, but you know what? The lads on the pitch that night proved me wrong. It was absolutely easy. Managed to get 3 goals in. Walsall, I think they drew as well, so we are now 2 points behind Walsall, I think 5 point clear from everybody else. I don't know how to explain how happy I was on that night with the celebrations and the limbs of the Kop on that Tuesday night was incredible. It's like what we always say, back the fans and they'll do us proud. Back the lads and they'll do us proud. Yeah, us as a fan, we need to back the players every single day, every single game. But yeah, that Cheltenham game, it just spun me and I could not say anything bad now about the lads on that night. We won it. Roll on Gillingham, and that's all I can say. Incredible win that night.
Robert, on your lucky yellow coat.
Yeah, I didn't really have us to win 3-0. I thought it'd been a bit tighter game, but absolutely dominated them. Couldn't fault anybody in the squad last night. Could have been easily 5, 6, probably even 7-0. Thought the keeper kept him in it. But yeah, we got the job done. Graham Alexander's doing well as always at the moment. Yeah, roll on Saturday.
Lee?
I just think it showed that there's a fluidity throughout the whole squad. It doesn't really matter. Many changes. No change to the way we performed. We absolutely battered them. Lapsley should have had a hat-trick. Mellon could have had 2. Jamie Walker really deserved a goal. He ran his legs off in that game. Superb. What can I say?
And Jack?
Absolutely amazing performance from us on Tuesday. There's nothing really I can say about our performance. Cheltenham goalkeeper did make a good few saves. We should have bagged a few more instead from 3. But Lapsley, for his first home debut, was absolutely amazing. Jamie Walker was crazy. The assist that gave Mellon and Lapsley in the second half was just unbelievable. But yeah, that's all I can really say, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree with everyone just said there. The Cheltenham goalkeeper did do some blinding saves, and it should have been like 5. I reckon it could have been even 5 or 6-0. Keeper did pull off a load of saves. So just because I know people like these things. So let's go all the way to a bit of stats. So, Cheltenham had 56% ball possession, Bradford had 44. Total shots, Bradford had 25 total shots, and they had 7 shots. 7 shots on target for us, 2 on for them. 4 big chances for us, 0 for them. Accurate passes, there was 199 for Bradford, 62%. They had 260 accurate passes, and that's 64%. Fouls committed, 11 for us, 10 for them. 2 corners for us, 6 for them. Yep, so 25 shots for them, 7 for us. We had 9 shots off target, they had 2. Shots on target, 7-2. Block shots, 9-3. Hit the woodwork, 0-0. Shots inside the box were 13-4. 12-3. Defensive tackles, 1. Bradford, 14. There were 13. Interceptions, 8-10. Blocks, 2-8. Clearances, Bradford had 50. They had 28. Keeper saves, 2 for us, 4 for them. And last but not least, Bradford had 3 yellow cards and Cheltenham had 3 yellow cards and there was no red cards. So now going over to the Gillingham game. So Gillingham versus Bradford tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and this game is not on Sky Sports Plus. So if you're an international user, you'll probably find this. If you're UK, VPN it or listen to the radio, and it's at Prentsfield Stadium in Gillingham, Kent, and the referee is James Durkin. And Mr. Durkin has had 10 appearances in League 2. He's dished out 50 yellow cards, 1 second yellow. He's had 2 sending-offs and 2 penalties. In League 1, he's had 5 appearances, 14 yellow cards, no second yellows, 1 red, 2 penalties. In the EFL Trophy, he's had 3 appearances. He's had 7 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In National League, he's had 3 appearances, 14 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In Premier League 2, he's had 2 appearances, 15 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, 1 penalty. FA Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 2 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, and no penalties. Altogether, he's in 24 appearances, he's dished out 102 yellow cards, 2 second yellows, 3 sending-offs, and he's dished out 5 penalties. Before I go over to the TNA article, a couple of results, team form. So Bradford lost against 2-1 against Burnham City in the Mickey Mouse Trophy. They beat MK Dons 2-0. They beat Bromley 1-0. They beat Salford 2-1, beat Cheltenham 3-0. Gillingham drew against Crewe, drew against Carlisle, lost against Fleetwood, won against Markham, and lost against Newport. The top goal scorer for Bradford is Andy Cookstall, who's out injured with 12 goals, no assists, and he's played 22 matches. Clark has had 7 goals, 1 assist, 28 matches played. Bit of an insight. Gillingham have scored 3 goals in their last 5 matches. Jack Knoll has created the most big chances for Gillingham, 6. Jaden Clark has the most shots on target per match for Gillingham is 0.7. Bradford have scored 9 goals in their last 5 matches. Bradford City haven't lost to Gillingham in their last 6 meetings, where they've won 4, drawn 2. Bobby Poynton has created the most chances for Bradford on 8. So then going over to the Simon Parker article. 2 seconds. There we go. So the Gillingham lineup is possibly, and I do apologise if I butcher names. If you're regular to this podcast, I butcher names. It brings a bit of entertainment to people, so here goes. So in goal, they've got Morris, then Smith, Edmer, Gale, Hunton, Mackenzie, Little, Clark, Nevitt, J. Morgan, and Gibbard. In net, they've on the bench they've got Hawkins, Dack, Clark, Marson, Kumbene, Nolan, and Turner. Leading top goal scorers Jade Clark 7, league position is 19th. Bradford possible team is Walker, Baldwin, Huntington, Shepherd, Halliday, Smallwood, Kaya, Teo, Walker, Letsley, Mellon, with Cav, Poynton, Critchlow, Lee, Byrne, Adwar and Hilton on the bench. Andy Cook 15, league position second. Team news, City resources are still stretched with no Sass or Alex Patterson. City will check on Bobby Poynton's bruised foot. Referee obviously is Dorset James Durkin, son of former Premier League official Paul, who's in charge of City's 3-0 defeat at Notts County. For people who like to bet, the match odds Gillingham 3-1, City evens and the draw 21-10. Last times these sides met, Jack Shepherd scored a worldy goal as City came from behind to beat 2-1 at Valley Parade in October. And while I get my breath back, Haru, what's your thoughts on the Gillingham game?
It's quite a tricky one, to be honest with you, Johnny. Obviously, with Gillingham, they lost to Newport County 3-1 on that Tuesday when we won against Cheltenham. I'm hoping we will smash them out of the park, like what we did at Valley Parade. Obviously, when they played against us at Valley Parade, Jack Shepherd scored that rocket into the back of the net. I'm hoping to see something like that again when we go to Gillingham and play them tomorrow. With us, I'm hoping we will dominate them. Pretty sure we will. Gillingham, they are a good side. I can't doubt that, but I'm hoping for I'm going to say 3-1 win to the Bantams tomorrow at 3 p.m. Hopefully we can smash it out of the park and dominate Gillingham, and hopefully, because if we win tomorrow, and obviously hopefully Walsall lose tomorrow, we will overtake Walsall and hit first place. So yeah, fingers crossed that can happen tomorrow. So yeah, 3-1 win to the Bantams tomorrow.
Are you going tomorrow, Haru?
Yes, I am going tomorrow on City away days.
Okay, I'll see you there. Robbie!
Hello. Like everyone says, it's League Two. Every team's hard. We're in this division for a reason. The last 5 matches, they've only just had one win against Morecambe. 1-0 win. They've got a couple of draws against Crewe and Carlisle. I don't think it's going to be easy, don't get me wrong. I think they will have a goal in them as well. I think we just got to keep Elliot Nevitt a bit quiet, and I think we should be alright. Same with the keeper, Morris, you know how bad he is, especially when it came to Valley Parade. He was like a loose cannon in the net. But hopefully, I'll go with 2-1 since Haru's done the score predictions. So yeah, I'll go with 2-1 City.
Lee?
Gillingham Priestfield Stadium's always a tough place to go. We've got a bit of Indian sign on them at the moment, and the form that these lads are in at this moment in time, I can't see anything other than a comfortable win. It'll be tough. We'll need to concentrate. We'll need to do exactly what we did in those last 4 games, 5 games, whatever, 10 games even. We just need to go, not get sidetracked by where we are or what's on offer. We've still got that target on us back because we're in the automatics, and long may that continue to the end of the season. Just got to beat them. Just get 3 points. That's all we need.
Jack?
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy game. Gillingham's a hard place to go to, but like I agree with Haroon's and Robbie's and Lee's thing. We need to stay awake. If we concede a goal, we need to fight, not just like forget about what we're doing. We're in the automatic position, yeah, but still got 11 registered games to go. We need to keep up and running. So yeah.
Okay, Robbie, did you do your score prediction, bud?
I did put 2-0 on my sheet, to be honest with you, but I'm happy to keep a clean sheet if we do. But it's always going to be a tough game to go, so.
Lee?
I'm just going to say, I'm going to go for my normal 2-0, but I will accept anything above that. If it's 5-0, the way we played the other night, it should be. Do you know what I mean? They're just playing that well, and long may it continue. But we already heard today, the Taylor wore the injuries. Pato's had his appendix out. Bobby's got a problem under his foot. Sarcevic is struggling. But Wright and I think Kelly's on his way back as well. They're now on the field again, so there are shoots, and at the right end of the field, we need defence to defend like we've been defending. Just been magnificent the last few games. I can't see anybody topping that.
And Jack, have you got your score prediction?
I put down a 3-1 win to us.
3-1 win. I think it's going to be one of them days where everyone's going to be on edge. We're going to fight like we've been fighting. So I think I'm going to go 3-1 on that. Robbie, did you have your hand up, bud?
Yeah, I was obviously going about the injuries. I don't think it's affected us, to be honest with you. I know Graham always changes a winning team, and obviously it's carried on working. But obviously Patterson's a big miss. Everyone knows that. Sarchevich as well runs it down. But you've got Jamie Walker to fit right in there. You've got George Lapsey, what's obviously going to take over Bobby's if he's not starting.
And Jamie's playing out of his skin at this
moment.
Yeah,
he's got his place. He's got his.
He's got that in him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got a bit of passion, a bit of Scottish in him, isn't he? Probably would have say.
Don't you take that for granted either.
But it's like January, everyone's like, oh, is he going to go? Is he going to stay? You know what? I'm over the moon that he stayed. I
don't think he's ever wanted to go anywhere else, and he has said that. So,
it's just a large squad what we got. And
so he has said he's settled into the Yorkshire life as well, hasn't he?
I think he's moved to Harrogate, if I remember correctly. He's got an house over there. Yeah, it's nice to have him. It's not great to lose a great player if we did on January.
Exactly.
I'm glad he stayed. I'm glad he's doing his job, and I'm glad he's running around like an headless chicken doing his job as well.
But you're bang right. We're not missing anybody at the minute. That's what I meant when I said.
No, I don't think
there's a fluidity in
this. Same when Kelly comes back
squad.
off injury, I don't think he will change it up. I think Kelly will be on a bench still because the back three is actually.
Everybody's on the same page, aren't they?
Yeah.
Lapsley came in, 2 goals.
Yeah, Baldwin, same with Notts County fans saying, oh, thanks for taking us off as we'll have Matt Platt. You know what? I haven't missed Matt Platt. I think Baldwin stepped up to it.
Not missing Stubbs either.
No, definitely not. And I think that did help us on Tuesday as well, with him and Miller not starting as well. Obviously,
there's just a togetherness with this squad as it is right now, with all of them. You know, Lapsley said it after the game, didn't he? He said it's like playing in park with your mates.
Yeah.
That's a good sign, isn't it?
But if you say that, you're loving life, ain't you, basically?
Well, yeah, and he hasn't played. He hasn't made his debut yet, really, has he, other than coming on as a sub? No, long may it continue. I was overjoyed to hear that after match. After such a performance and all. We could have been 5-0, we could have been 6-0. Their goalkeeper, for me, were man at match, because some of those saves were out of this world. They were really good.
And on about injuries and everything like that, welcome back, Miss Callie and Miss Diane. Hope you are well and back to full health, pair of you. So, Diane, we'll start off with you.
Oh, great.
Callie moans at me when she wants to go first. So, Diane, what was your thoughts on the game on Tuesday to start off with?
Good, it was bloody cold. No, we're fine. We won, kept the momentum going. What more do you want than Sam had a clean sheet again?
And your thoughts on the Gillingham game?
Just hope the curse doesn't happen with them getting manager and player at month, and we should win it.
And are you going tomorrow?
I'm a bollocks, no. I can't afford all away matches.
It's only a 10-hour round trip.
Yeah, when you've done a 37.5 hour week, and you are skint, don't want to be on a coach, and you've got to see your dad. I'd rather see my dad than go down there.
And your score prediction for tomorrow?
Obviously, Sam's not going to let any in. I'm going to say 3-0 because I said that on Tuesday at work and we won 3-0, so I'm going 3-0 again.
Right, Miss Callie GM, what was your thoughts on the Tuesday night game?
Do you know who stood out for me on Tuesday night? Teo. I just thought he was amazing down that left-hand side.
Adramole, he was. I agree with that.
Yeah. I think he's going to be one of them that's going to help us get this promotion, I think, the way he plays.
I think with him, I'm just a bit cautious for him because he's got his, I think it's his right knee, it's strapped up like hell. And I don't like it when players are like that.
This is the thing at the minute, isn't it? This is what worries me with these little niggles that people have got now, and I mean, to be fair, we've got a good enough squad, I think, to take us through. When somebody goes off injured, there is somebody to replace them, so that's got to be a good thing.
Same with Mellon when he went down. I don't know if it was just cramp or if he felt his hamstring a bit too tight, but
Yeah.
he
hasn't had a lot of football, has he, though? He's another that hasn't had a lot of football. Adramola, though, he's one of those, when I watched him other night, I thought, we need to sign this kid.
Absolutely, Lee. I would,
Absolutely need to. It's like having John Hendry back.
Yeah,
suddenly
or Jamie
in
Lawrence.
Full flight, or Jamie Lawrence.
He reminds me of Jamie Lawrence.
He does a bit, yeah. He's just got that confidence that I heard about him.
He's got some good footwork, hasn't he? The way
brilliant.
He set that first goal up.
I think he's absolutely brilliant.
He reminds me of Scott Banks.
Yeah.
Nah, he's better than Scott Banks.
And what's your thoughts on the Gillingham game tomorrow, Callie?
I think it's going to be tough down there tomorrow, and I'm just a bit. I think we're good enough to do them, but I'm still a little bit. I'm waiting for our bubble to burst a little bit. Things are going too well at the minute, and I'm just a bit worried that something's going to come along. And then we've got bloody manager at month, haven't we? Which I just hope we break that curse tomorrow. We brought the blue shirt.
Add it. You're coming tomorrow, aren't you, Callie?
I am. Hopefully I am if you pick me up on way.
Alright, I'll see you at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, yeah?
Not 6, Johnny, if you pick me up at 6 a.m, I swear to God I'll chuck something on your car.
Keep your hair on.
I'll bed up at 7.
Yeah, I'll probably be there for about...
She'll dye your car, same as your hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll be getting the red dye out tomorrow if you're early.
I've already done it if you've noticed with my hair. I've gone the violet, the claret.
Funny thing is, Callie, obviously when I got my hair cut yesterday, that's the elephant in the room, I've had my hair cut because I got my job interview. I actually asked her about the hair dye, and they'll say all these on about bleaching your hair, it's an extra so and so quid for bleaching your hair. I'm just looking, I'm like, what are you on about? And then obviously, if I do, because hairdressers is 45 quid to get your hair dyed.
Yeah.
For my hair.
Yeah.
And they're on about, we'll have to test some patches because it might start stinging your head.
No, not the one. The one I've got is all right. But you should actually bleach it blonde first and then put the red on top to get a really vibrant red. But obviously yours is only going to be a temporary thing. I
feel like a German star, wouldn't I? That's politely putting it.
Blue eyes, blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say it like that. Everyone knows when you say that.
So, Callie, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
I'm going to go 2-0 City. I'm going to be positive and go 2-0.
Is anyone else got anything to talk about the Gillingham game?
Bring your range.
I'm
just hoping we don't play the blue play in the blue kit.
They can't because they're
those that are going, stay safe, get behind the lads, keep doing what you're doing because makes you feel part of the team, doesn't it? And I can't even get to a game, but I feel like part of the team. It's just
Johnny
awesome.
Shit while you're down there.
So have you got any last words, Callie, on the game?
Same as Lee said, really. Let's hope we can get a good atmosphere going tomorrow. And how many we're taking down? Does anybody know?
Does anybody know if the poshness is out again?
I think 1,000, I'm pretty sure, a little over.
So we should get a good atmosphere going down there then, shouldn't we, tomorrow?
Yeah, fingers crossed,
all that says we might lose because somebody from work's going, every time she's been to the away match, we've lost. Well, and I've warned her.
Oh, no.
Well, you need to be getting on the phone and tell her not to bloody go.
I can't, because they'll be taking her. I've warned her.
Tell her to cut through middle of Birmingham. She won't get there in time.
So, have you got any last words?
I warned her.
Exactly like what Lee said. Get behind the lads and let's get these 3 points and bring them home.
Are you going down, Arun?
Yes, 7 a.m. sharp with City away
days. Are you on torches?
Yep.
Robbie?
Wait, what's that? What were the questions, sorry?
Any last words? I'm on board.
Come on, City.
You, Robbie. I can hear it in your voice.
No, come on, City. All I can say. Just play like we always know what we play like. It's just another game, innit? See how we turn up.
Are you working tomorrow, Robbie?
I am, but I'll be watching it on TV, I'll tell you that.
Oh, so I'll FaceTime you then if there's like an...
I have loads of Leeds fans in my work, so it's kind of funny when we're winning.
Are you watching on a dodgy stick?
Hey, they'll be happy as well at the moment, won't they?
Leeds.
Any last words on the Gillingham game?
No, let's just get behind the lads and let's hope we win them.
Just stay safe, everyone.
Any not emotional. Have you got any stern words for the team, Lee?
Yeah.
Any passionate
Come
words?
on, City! There you go, that was stern.
That was sturdy. Jack, any last words, bud?
Just up the chickens.
I love this. Right. I think hopefully City will win tomorrow. Nice to see Calais tomorrow. So let's move on. Ooh, hey up. Everyone's joining now. I need to get, obviously, the legend.
It's just lovely to see everybody back. It is. You've been missed, all of you.
I've only just decided to come because I'm bored.
Oh, cheers. Right. I have sent an invite to Stan the Man. Because I miss Stan's voice. It's like...
It's cultured.
Where you want to listen to.
Cultured.
Here he is.
Good evening, everyone. You must be
Good
the only
evening,
person.
Stan.
Good evening, everybody. You must be the only person on the planet that likes my voice. I hate the sound of my voice, but thank you very much, Johnny.
This is alarm
So,
clock.
Stan, what was your thoughts on the game on Tuesday?
Very good. Absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? You know, sort of. I think probably there's an element of Alexander thinking, well, you know, he could beat Cheltenham with that team, but do you know what? I love this squad because people that are coming in are just giving it all and playing well. And, you know, we've actually, although we've had good teams in the past, I think we've got a very good squad at the moment. So yeah, great performance and really thrilled for the guys. And great to see Michael Mellon bag his second goal in 2 games. And yeah, Lapsley, well done, lad.
Any thoughts on the Gillingham game?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's safe to take, isn't it? We kind of beating teams around us, but we're also beating teams lower down. So, are you going, Johnny, or anyone else going?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm driving down, picking GM Godmother up there, Calais.
Yeah. Yep, I'm going as well. So, yeah, looking forward to it. First long distance one I've done this season, I think.
Are you driving down, or are you going up train, bus?
Oh, driving down. My mate does the driving, so. I drove to Salford the other week, but yeah, so driving down, and yeah, all good. Sort of, let's hope it's not a long journey on the way back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It'd be nice you'll have to come say hi, Stan. It'd be nice to meet you because I've not met you yet. It'd be nice to meet you down there.
Yeah, do you know what, Kelly? I think I saw you at a Birmingham game. You were just too far in front for me to kind of bob over. So,
all right.
Do you know what? I think I've seen you at a couple of games, so I think, I'll sort of...
just shout me.
Ignored you.
Yeah,
just ignored you.
Yep, I'll come over.
No, Callie's there, I'm off of a way. Never mind.
I've got to just say that I am so envious and disappointed because I can't go. But I'm with you all in spirit.
We'll be thinking
enjoy the day.
We'll be thinking of you, like saying...
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
When we were kind of flattering to deceive in our last few seasons, it didn't seem to matter, but I know what the spirit is like. And when you're winning and you go into an away game, it don't matter. Nothing matters. It's just great, and I love that, and I miss that more than anything.
Yeah.
So, good luck, everyone. Stay safe.
Will do.
And Stan, your score prediction, please, for the game.
Oh, I'm going to be conservative, but I'll say 1-0 City.
Okay. And while Stan is here, Stan, the weather forecast is sponsored by you. What's your catch line? Because I can never remember it.
So the weather is brought to you by Stan Jammer Photography, where capturing your image is my focus.
So, Saturday the 8th of March, the sun will rise at 6:27 and will set at 5:50. And you might have to wear your shorts tomorrow, because in Gillingham it looks like it's cracking flags. When the game kicks off at 3 o'clock tomorrow, it's going to be about 16 degrees, and the coldest it will get will be 15 degrees. And that's your weather forecast.
I don't believe you when you come in shorts and it's always raining.
Oh, you'll
MK
envy if you wear shorts. Right, because there's quite a lot of you here. I'm going to try to simplify this. So here goes. So Kelly, I know and Diane, you're new, new to this part. So I go through the fixtures for tomorrow's games and just tell me your score predictions. One by one. So Wimbledon versus Notts County. Kelly.
I'm going Notts County win for that one.
Haru?
Yep, Notts County win.
Robert?
I'm going to go in 0-0, too much on the line, and I don't think any team will take the opportunity.
I agree with you, Robert.
You've always got to be different, you, haven't you?
What do you mean? It's an early kick-off. Both teams are known for losing the last two games, both of them. And they won't take the opportunity, will they? So I'm going to say 0-0.
Stan?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw. They both lost, didn't they? And whichever, it's win-win for Bradford City, innit? Somebody's going to drop points, so.
Diane?
Oh, tough one. I'm going to go for AFC Wimbledon win.
Lee?
I'm going draw, gotta be honest.
And Jack?
I've got a Wimbledon win.
I've got to agree with Lee and Robbie on this. I hope it ends up in a really boring 0-0 game. Right.
I think there's more wanting it to be a draw than it, but I think it will be a draw, because there's teams that are shaking, cracks are showing.
I thought you were going to swear there, Lee. Build me excitement up for to get bleeper out. Right. Everyone's favourite second game, what's happening. And I think I know what people hopefully are going to go for. Walsall Grimsby. 12:30 kick-off. Your predictions, Kelly?
Well, to be fair, I don't think Grimsby will beat them, but I hope they scratch them tomorrow. We've got to go for a Walsall lose tomorrow, haven't we? Absolutely.
Haru?
Yep, agree with Kelly. We have to have Walsall to lose tomorrow, so Grimsby to win Walsall.
Robbie, and your yellow coat?
It's not going to be that lucky. I'm going to go with a Walsall win. I'm going to go with a comfortable 2-0 win. I just thought Grimsby's got the players to stand up for Walsall.
Inspired from space. Stan?
Yeah, I agree. I think Walsall will win, but I think we'll win the league. So we could be top by tomorrow night.
Diane?
I'm going draw.
DJ Lee.
I'm going 2-0, Grimsby.
Yes.
Come on.
Jack?
Draw.
I think Grimsby are going to win that 1-0, I think. And hopefully...
What happens if... I've forgotten how many... Are the 2 points ahead of us, Walsall, at the minute?
Yeah, we're 2 points behind them.
So if we win and they draw, we go top anyway, don't we?
Do indeed.
Yeah, we tie them, basically, yeah.
And then next up, we've got Barrow, Ackley and Stanley. Kelly?
I'm going Accrington win for that one.
Haru?
Who are they exactly? I'm going to go with an Accrington win.
Robbie?
1-1.
Oh, always sits on the fence. Have you been speaking to Stan again? Because Stan used to sit on the fence.
No, Barrow's got something to fight for. Accrington 6 points clear of the relegation zone. I think it'll be a little scrap, so I'm going to go with a draw.
Stan the man?
Yeah, do you know what? I think there's going to be a lot of surprising results. So teams at the bottom are going to be pulling up some trees, so I think Accrington might steal that one.
Whoever's next. Diane?
Barrow.
Any scores, or is it just Barrow?
Just Barrow.
Alright.
I'm not.
Tyler Smith hat-trick. There you go, Diane.
Could do.
DJ Lee?
I've got to be honest and go for Barrow, 2-0.
Jack the lad?
I'm the same as Lee. 2-0 to Barrow.
I think Barrow are going to win 1-0. Right, I'm surprised this game's not on telly. Massive game. Cheltenham, Colchester, 3:00 kick-off. Score predictions. Callie?
I'm going a 1-1 draw with that one tomorrow.
Haru?
Oh, tough game. Big game. I'll say Colchester with a 1-0 win.
Robert?
I've gone with a Cheltenham 1-0 win, but Colchester are closing down on the playoffs, so I think they'll be up for it as much as Colchester. But I've still gone for a Colchester 1-0 win.
Is it me or Robert? Do you sound sometimes quiet? Stan?
I think Colchester. I think Cheltenham were probably.
Oh. Did he just stop mid chit chat there? Diane?
Sorry, I'm just looking at my messages. I'm going to draw.
Lee?
I'm going to draw 2-0. I'm thinking, like Stan said earlier on, some teams are going to try and maintain the position rather than, or even improve it by a point. They're not going to go all out and risk it losing it all.
Jack?
I've got a 2-2 draw.
It looks like Stan has not paid his electric bill, so he's gone. Massive game again. Chesterfield, Newport, 3 o'clock kick-off. I'm going to go backwards this time. I'll start off with Jack.
I put 2-1 Chesterfield.
Lee?
2-1 Chesterfield, gotta be honest. That's the way that one's gonna go.
Diane?
Who's playing?
I like it when Diane does zones out. Chesterfield, Newport.
I'm going Newport.
Robert?
Newport 1-0 win. Chesterfield's on a bad run of form.
You know what? I'll go 2-0 win to Chesterfield.
Callie?
I'm going 3-0 Chesterfield. Just to be awkward.
Yeah, I think Newport are going to sneak it 1-0. Right, another massive game. Doncaster, Swindon. I think it's going to be, I'm going to go 2-0 Swindon. Callie?
I'm going 2-1 Doncaster.
Haru?
2-1 Swindon.
Robbie, any technical dream coat?
Let's get VAR up. I'm going to go with a 3-1 Doncaster.
Diane?
I don't know. Let me get my crystal ball out. Whoa. I'm going for a draw.
Lee?
I'm hoping for a draw. It's a tough one, is that? Doncaster should win on paper, but we play on grass. Just saying.
I'll put 1-0 Bonnie.
Then we've got Fleetwood, Port Vale. Start for Callie.
I think Fleetwood do well at home, so I'm going to Fleetwood 2-1 win.
Haru?
Fleetwood 1-0 win.
Robert?
It's a Wilds team has done well for him. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win Fleetwood, especially at home.
Diane?
I'm going to go Fleetwood.
Lee?
Fleetwood 3-2.
Jack?
2-1 Port Vale.
Ooh. Don't worry, I'm not writing all these down. I think 1-0 Fleetwood, I'll say. Next game up is we've already done. Harrogate versus Carlisle. Callie?
Oh, God.
I'm going to Carlisle win, because I think Carlisle have turned things around. I think they're going to scrape out at relegation, so I'm going to 2-0 win Carlisle.
Haru?
Oh, yeah, I'll have to say Carlisle 1-0 win.
Robert?
Yeah, they haven't got goals in them, Carlisle, so I'll go with a cheeky 1-0 win, Carlisle.
Diane?
I'm going Harrogate. I'm being awkward. I'll go Harrogate.
Lee?
I'm going to go 1-0 to Fleetwood. Definitely.
Fleetwood? We're on Harrogate, Carlisle, Lee.
Oh, right, sorry, yeah. Them as well.
I like it when everyone does zones out. It's quality.
I zoned out. I forgot what we were talking about. I did zone out then. I'm back.
Yeah.
I've got a 1-1 draw.
Ooh. I think Harrogate will win 1-0. MK Dons versus Markham. I'm going to start off with Jack.
2-0 Markham.
I'm going to judge up. Robert?
Derek Adams 1-0.
Lee?
The Adams effect 1-0.
Callie?
Markham.
Yeah, Morecambe to win. They're going to be fighting out the 4 points.
Has anybody heard out from Luke Payne lately?
I've heard Wi-Fi's gone down in his area for
Diane?
about 6 weeks.
Do you think he sabotaged it?
He's still having a go at me, is Luke.
Is it?
Yeah.
Diane?
I was listening to him on a podcast the other night. What a joke.
I'll pop in a minute when everybody stops talking. I'm going for a draw.
Haru?
Morecambe, the Derek Adams 1-0.
And just quickly, 2 games, Salford Crew, so just say Salford or Crew. Callie?
Salford.
Whoever's next. Haru?
Salford.
Come to you in a minute, Harley. Robert?
Salford 2-1.
Diane?
Crew.
Lee?
Draw.
Okay, Jack?
Crew.
Last but not least, Tranmere Bromley. Callie?
Bromley to win.
Haru?
Bromley to win 2-0.
Robert?
Super White Army.
Diane?
Draw.
Lee?
Bromley.
Jack?
Draw.
Right, so Harley is here, he's a Carlisle fan. So,
Ooh.
boo. Your thoughts on your game against Walsall the other day?
Right, the Walsall game was alright. It was 1-1. To be fair, I was at the game. It was a good match to watch, especially when they are first in the table. So yeah, I think Mark Hughes
For now.
right way for now. But we are on 27 points. So yeah, we've got Harrogate tomorrow away, so it should be an interesting one. So I do think that we actually been playing well, to be honest. But we're scoring these goals now. We're getting the goal was for against Walsall. It was Hayden. He scored in the 22nd minute. Walsall scored in the 7th minute. He's called Alan. He's the defender. So yeah, we had a 5-3-2. We had Gabriel in goal. We had Davies at the back. We've got Hayden at the back, Lavelle at the back, Thomas at the back, Harris at the back, Embleton in centre mid, Guy in centre mid, Wheelie in centre mid, and Dennis in striker, and Scott in striker as well. So yeah, we've actually been playing well at the moment in the last 4 games. So yeah, we just need Morecambe to get beat this Saturday. And same with Tranmere and Accrington Stanley, but it's going to be hard for Harrogate Town this weekend because Harrogate Town are 20th in the table. So I reckon that's going to be a 1-0 win to Carlisle United.
Can I ask you something? What do you think of Harry Lewis?
Harry Lewis? Yeah, he's actually alright.
He's
alright.
Yeah, you be
He's
careful
alright.
What you say, Diane is like Harry Lewis's number 1
Yeah,
fan.
be careful, Harley.
He's alright.
Correct answer.
I don't rate him that much.
Whoa!
To be fair.
Oh.
He's alright in goal. He's alright in goal, but yeah, he's actually a good goalkeeper, to be fair.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he's a nice man to talk to as well before the game as well. Good chat and that.
Yeah,
So
you've got the right answer there.
Does he take
Diane gets on a train and comes all the way down to Carlisle.
Same with Gate Breeze as well. Gate Breeze has been phenomenal this season, and they've been saying about XL cheese crisps because they've been doing XL Breeze on this and these social medias and that. So yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Ali?
I can't see Harry Lewis starting. Yeah.
Has Mark Hughes brought in a number 2? And who is it?
It's who
Glenn,
came
innit?
to us.
He's brought in Glenn, who's useless and does nothing.
Hodge. Glenn Hodge, innit?
Yeah, it is really Hodge.
Right, so, to remind everybody, the league table.
Can I have another question? To yours. How's Paul Huntington playing for yous? For Bradford City?
He came on, I think it was the Rotherham game. He absolutely did perfect in the cup, to be honest with you. Not really played him much. But he's a solid defender, I'll give you that. But he hasn't had the opportunity yet.
Coming on as a sub is not going to let us down. He's showed his class. He's got experience. He doesn't miss headers at all, very rarely.
He made a great
he's good at headers.
He's got a decent pass in him. What more do we want?
Watch Rotherham highlights, Hal. You'll see his pass to Brad Halliday, which set up the goal. That was pretty good.
So looking at the League One table, there's Walsall on 68, Bradford in second place on 68.
Do you mean League 2, Johnny?
Sorry, League 2. I'm getting ahead of myself. So Walsall at top of League 2 on 68
Can I have a pint
points.
of whatever Johnny's on?
It's good stuff. It's his hair. It's because I've had my hair cut.
Yeah, same as
So Bradford City are second on 66. In third place, Doncaster 61. Notts County 58. In fifth, AFC Wimbledon 57. Port Vale 6 on 57. Crewe Alexandra 55. Grimsby Town 8th on 53. Bromley on 51. In ninth. In 10th, Colchester on 49. 11th, Salford 49. Fleetwood 12th on 48. Cheltenham 13th on 46 points. Swindon 14th on 45. Newport 15th on 43. Chesterfield 16th on 42 points. Barrow 17th on 40 points. Milton Keynes Dons 18th with 39 points. Gillingham 19th on 38 points. Harrogate Town on 20th on 37 points. Accrington Stanley UAE exactly 21 points, 36. Tranmere at 22, 22nd, 30 points. Morecambe 23rd, 29. And at the bottom of the table, Harley's favourite team, Carlisle, 24 points. 24th, with 27 points.
Who's at bottom?
Carlisle. Carlisle United. I think they're going to get relegated. Sorry, Harley.
Oops.
Well, enjoy your National League tour. Sorry, I'm just getting it all out now. Right, so...
Hey, sometimes you got to go backwards to start going forwards. We can do that. That's better than anyone.
So starting off with Miss Callie, do a chat about, vent about anything.
I've just got one thing I want to discuss. If by any means we end up in a playoff position, the dates and times are going to clash with the 40th anniversary. So I'm just wondering what would happen and what City will kind of do, because obviously the players go to that and it'll be a bit bizarre it being on a Sunday. I just think that, I'm just a bit concerned what they're going to do. I don't know what anybody else.
I was going to bring that up myself, Callie, as well.
We've had a game on Sunday before, haven't we, this year?
Yeah, but
I probably reckon if they will put it on like a bank holiday.
Yeah, I think
it's motivation for players to finish job off and get it.
Yeah.
I think. Definitely motivation.
Yeah.
Get job done and dusted. No playoffs. Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Callie, what you been drinking, love? We're going straight up as fucking champions. Right,
What do you mean, what am I drinking? What do you mean?
We're going to get a playoff position. We're going up as champions, love.
Nah, mate, we always do it. This is Bradford City we're talking about. We always do it the hard way.
I know where you're coming from, but...
Callie, it sounds like it's too good for...
Bantam progressivism. That's what we want.
Johnny wanted Graham out before Christmas.
He did?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Is he Mr. Number 1 now, Johnny? Are you still wanting him out?
He's taking him out tomorrow.
Bring him in. We're going up as champions. Up the chickens.
He was slagging him off no end, wasn't he, a few months back?
Yeah. Oh, he was Alexandra.
We would all say, no, we've seen all this before. Don't do any good changing your manager.
We were. You were wanting him out, and now we're up in thingy. You'll be up his arse next.
Do you want me to write an apology letter and everything?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Over there.
Yeah, Johnny, we need a public apology.
I am sorry if I've offended anybody. It's definitely Graham Alexander in Up the Chickens. We're going up as champions. Happy days. Right, Haroon, do you want to chat about, vent about anything?
Obviously, I'm hoping for 100% win tomorrow, because if we do, we'll overtake Walsall. If they, fingers crossed they lose tomorrow. If they lose, we win. We go over, hit first place, and fingers crossed, if we carry on playing like this, and most likely we'll secure it at Notts County at home, 100%. We will secure our league. Basically,
are you in the right end tomorrow?
Yes, I am. I know. I had to do it.
We're not looking for a sad figure being thrown out through outside doors, are we now?
Harley, do you want to chat?
I will be in the right place tomorrow. Don't get me wrong, I will be.
Yeah, because we don't.
Otherwise, Spencer will slap me.
Harley, do you want to chat about anything?
Yeah, actually, I want to go back to Harry Lewis. You're gonna get that one in. I reckon, Harry Lewis is, when he's been, starting his couple of games, when his first game, he did some good, saves and that with Paul Simpson and that, when we had Paul Simpson. But I don't know if he's settled in, because when a player comes, they need to settle in with the team and that. There must be something going on behind the scenes. So, he has been doing some great saves and that. I like the song Harry Lewis in goal and that. So, yeah. What our question is, though, do you think that Carlisle United are going to stay up? Well, my possible is that if we are starting to win games and that, and the other teams around us are losing, we might possibly stay up, but my chances, it might have to go down next season. We might be.
I think you're going down, Harley.
Yeah, Gates.
Robbie, you got your hand up?
Yeah, I think best thing for Carl at the moment, just focus on your own fixtures. Don't worry about the teams around you. You know, Tranmere's not doing well. Accrington's picking up points, which is a bit worrying. Morecambe as well picking up a bit of points, but I think if you focus on your own, you should be alright. And going back to Harry Lewis, I think he's just a bit too soft for a keeper. He needs to be a bit more likeable and a bit more serious, and I think he'll do well.
Kelly, got your hand up, love?
Yeah, I've just noticed we've got a guy called Colin joined who's listening from as a Gillingham fan. It'd be nice if he could, could somebody invite him and see if
I'm trying my best to get some Gillingham fans on here. Guys, if you do want to come on the View from the Medway Fancast, I've sent you an invite and I've sent Colin an invite as well. So if you do want to come on, talk about your team, just to see how your team's getting on. Robbie, do a chat about anything?
I'll chat about something, but I don't want a response from it. So I was listening to the last podcast, which was the Monday night, I believe. And I had a couple of people moaning about, I won't say moaning, should I say questioning, about the point system and the available tickets for the away games. Currently after that, they released an extra, I assume it was about 200-300 more tickets for Accrington.
It was about 300 tickets that they released on that day, yeah.
And you chatted about how club wasn't releasing more information about the ticket options and when they're coming out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure they have brought Swindon out today in I'm going to say a couple of weeks in advance. So I think that's answered the question for the last.
Yeah, I think Swindon's going to be released for loyalty points on the Monday morning.
3,000 loyal points for Monday. And just like
my view on that, what you just said there, Robbie, was my view as a general communications thing.
But it all depends on the other club.
Not just tickets, it's the club. It needs to be more with
it all
the fans.
Depends on the other club as well when they release them.
No, I'm not on about tickets. I'm on about communications from the club to the fans in general. That needs to improve.
I think for like season ticket holders should get emails just before, like, it goes on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, but when they're out for like 3,600 points, it tells you open the link that they're available for season tickets, 2,600, etc.
And to be fair, I don't think the points should carry on from the season before.
You've got the loyal fans that been in League 2 for like 600 points, and then if we do go this year, it's got some new news.
Yeah, that is true.
Whenever they want, and then So I do agree with
You're echoing Robbie.
I think it is the best way to do it. And I think, obviously, buying the, what is it, we get 100 points, Callie, you can help me out.
So before we get...
Yeah, it is. Do you know what I think about that? I think these people like me that travel I travel an hour and a half to every home game, and I think there should be like some kind of loyalty there, for people that do travel a lot farther than normal people. I think they should bring something like that in as well.
I think you should move Bradford City Centre.
So sorry to butt in, guys. So before we get to Lee and Jack, we've actually had a Gillingham fan join. So the view from the midway forecast, if I pronounced that correctly. What's your thoughts on your team, please?
Yeah, it's been a bit up and down since October. We've not really been that great. October came around and we were pretty much at the top, and we've just fallen off massively since then, really. And John Coleman came in January. We haven't really pulled up any trees. 1 win in 11 games. So yeah, I think you guys are going to have a pretty easy game tomorrow, to be quite honest.
Robbie, got your hand up, mate?
Yeah, just a question to the Gillingham fan. How's Williams been for you? Obviously, he was supposed to go to us. Obviously, we booked him in Bradford's special hotel and didn't want to come to Bradford. But how's he been for you? That's just the question.
He's not really done anything, to be quite honest with you guys. He has a couple of good games here and there. But yeah, he's either injured or we keep leaving him out quite often at the moment. So yeah, maybe you dodged a bullet there, guys, to be quite honest with you, because he's not really pulled up any trees for us. We thought we were getting one of the best the best player in the league, nicked him off you last minute, but yeah, he's flat to deceive, shall we say.
And if it's okay with you, the view, is it okay if people in the panel ask you a couple of questions, if that's okay?
Yeah, go for it.
So, Callie, have you got any questions for the Gillingham fan?
What's the food like in Gillingham?
Oh, the steak pies are good at the stadium. They're quite nice. We also do chicken and chorizo bakes. And we've got the bacon and cheese turnovers as well, which are pretty good. So yeah, if you're going to the game tomorrow, then definitely, I don't know what the hospitality's like in the away end, but, yeah, that's pretty good. If that's what you meant, if you meant restaurant.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I meant. And the big question is, can I get a tub of Bovril?
You can, unfortunately.
Or beef tea. Other brands are available.
A bit of beef tea.
You can't.
Aru, any questions for the Gillingham fan?
I'm just thinking, what's your prediction going to be for tomorrow?
Right, so, as I say, we've not really been that great, as you can tell by our league position and only being now 9 points off the drop zone. Yeah. You guys have been since November now, and it's like 10 or 11 games unbeaten.
Yeah, pretty sure.
We managed to get a nice 1-0 win against Morecambe last Saturday. But they are probably, and I mean no disrespect to any Morecambe fans, but they're probably the worst team we've played this season.
We mean disrespect to Morecambe.
Yeah, they're probably the worst team we've played this season. Then we went Tuesday night and we lost 3-1 to Newport.
I'll just pick you up on that Morecambe bit. Apologies for butting in. You are saying they are the worst team in the league, but you only scored 1. What was the issue there? Were it just a brilliant goal, well deserved by the team, and just didn't put chances away, or did you not have many chances you thought you would have gone against poor Morecambe?
We didn't. We weren't great ourselves. Let's make no bones about it. We were average at best ourselves. We did try. We huffed and puffed a bit, but didn't really do much. I think the fact that the stats read that Morecambe had no shots on goal is quite telling. We had a couple on goal, but not really. Yeah, it's a confidence thing with us at the moment. We're not playing well. We haven't been playing well for a while, and it is just a confidence thing.
Whereabouts in team do you think you're just missing the plot? In midfield? Is it your forward line? Is it your defenders? Or
it's our forward line. It's been an age-old problem with us for the last 4 or 5 seasons. You know, we as I say, we huff and puff and we try, but there's just no end product. There's no conviction up front. and we can't seem to hit a barn door at the moment. We score the odd goal, but
We've been there.
Yeah, you have yourselves, you know what it's like. I think it's absolutely brilliant that you're playing the way you are at the moment. I've been watching you last couple of weeks, and I watched you when
chalk and cheese from beginning of the season.
Yeah, when Walsall came to your place a couple of weeks ago, it was a 12:30 kickoff, and I watched it on TV, and I was just like, Jesus, they actually you looked really, really good. I think the transformation with your team is mainly, the likes of Sarcevic coming in, who's a seasoned pro, and yeah, I think you guys are what we aspire to be at the moment, really.
I think a lot of people are making big light of the fact that since Cook's been injured, our fortunes have turned. But can you imagine what a fully fit, firing on all four cylinders, Andy Cook would be like with that midfield behind him?
Do you not think though that maybe it's been kind of a blessing for you guys in a way, because you haven't then got that main man focal point, so everyone's having to puff their chest out and get on with it.
If I'm honest,
exactly. Yeah.
I think we found ourselves as a team when we had to do without him, and it forced that issue. But I think there is a scope for Cook coming back and being a part of all that next season, and we're going to need everybody firing on all four next season in First Division.
See, everyone says that about Andy Cook being out and a blessing in disguise.
I don't really believe that myself, Robert.
Last season, Andy Cook were winning headers, flicking them on, making chances.
Defending.
Yeah, but this year, there were always two defenders around him this season. And I think what he tried to do was holding the play up, and I thought he did that great. I thought he did.
I'm on my pod, Angela.
I thought he holded the play up good, and obviously with the overlaps it worked out. But I think he's got a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Someone say a word what I'm thinking of. I think he needs a bit more credit, is what I'm going to go with. Because I think everyone's thinking, we've got rid of Andy Cook and it's a blessing in disguise and we're turning into this Barcelona team, blah, blah, blah. But I think we were the Barcelona team before, it was just the injuries what weren't helping us. But I think he deserves a bit more credit, and I think even if we shove Andy Cook back in that squad, I don't think it'll affect us at all. And I think it will be banging him in and winning more headers in the box with the crosses we've got. I just think he deserves a bit more respect for what he's done for us as well, and people don't forget that.
I think you bang on. At the beginning of the season, we weren't a fully functioning unit at all.
No, 100%. We had 7
defenders. We'd play one, he'd get injured, we'd play another. He got injured.
But with Andy Cook, you know what he was like.
Endless.
He got knocked down, he got back up, and that's what we like about him. But I just think he needs a bit more respect and a bit more, you know what, when he comes back, he is going to be the same Andy Cook, I believe he is. And I think he will also bag him in.
The way we're playing now with an Andy Cook up front, we have that cohesiveness in transitions from back to midfield up to front. We've got fluidity that we haven't seen.
I just think he deserves a bit more respect for a couple of
I think he deserves massive respect.
And I think
have you
15 goals in all games this season, not 12 and 11 or 13 or whatever some people say.
I'll still take him over Cabot moment as well. 100%.
Oh, big time.
Hal, have you got any questions for the Gillingham fan?
Yeah, I've got some questions actually. What did you think about it was Carlisle United versus Gillingham, because I'm a Carlisle United fan. What did you think about the Saturday the 22nd of February, a 0-0 draw at Brunton Park? What did you think about the game?
I think both teams they tried. We Elliot never hit the bar for us in the first half. Then you guys had a couple of chances. I think if Dennis was a bit more of a prolific striker, then you probably could have won the game. But then the caveat to that is we could have probably won the game because we could have had a penalty as well. So yeah, I think it was you could definitely see that it was two teams that are fighting it out down the bottom, because the quality wasn't there. But yeah, no, I can't taking a point away from Carlisle. It's kind of indicative of where both teams are at the moment, really.
Yeah. Because in that game we had Carl United had 15 shots and you had 14 shots. It was like a proper, like, tight game, but Gillingham had more possession on the ball, and I was there at the game, and it was proper a good match to watch. Especially it was a 0-0 draw, but it was actually a good match to watch. It was intense.
Yeah, it was, mate. It was back and forth. You know, we both had chances, but it, as I say, is kind of where both clubs are at the moment. It just, you know, we can't seem to hit a barn door.
I like that. Robbie McKenzie guy, centre mid guy. He was a good player to watch. It was good play in defence.
So Robbie, for us, he's been with us for a few years now, and he's usually what we call a Swiss Army knife player. So he can play at right back, he can play at centre back, but he's really found his own in the central midfield role with Amani Little this season, and he's really made it his own position. He scored quite a few good goals for us. I don't know if you saw his goal against Walsall a couple of weeks ago. That was a bit of a screamer, that one. But yeah, no, he's really made that central midfield role his own. And before you ask, yes, he is out of contract in the summer, but just leave him alone, please.
He's good at passing and that, and good at shooting and that, and he looks like a right man. A good watch. Someone's probably keeping an eye on him if he's going to be out of contract soon.
So you got any questions, Robbie?
Yeah, speaking about Grimsby players, how's Bradley Dack been for you? Obviously, I assume he's the best player for you at Gillingham. I would hope so. Anyway, in the top two, don't really see much of him on the score sheet though. Yeah,
Bradley's been a little bit of an enigma since coming back. Obviously, we brought him in the summer, and it was like the return of the king type situation. He's been in and out of the squad with injuries still. Then when he does come into the team, he's been getting, like 50, 60 minutes. Then he'll be out of the team again for a couple of weeks, or it's not worked out the way that we expected it to. Obviously, he started his career with us, and he was our best player before he went to Blackburn. And then, he's then gone to Blackburn, he's then moved on and gone to Sunderland. Injuries again.
He's got experience, and he can whack a ball as well.
He has, but I just find he hasn't really found his groove since he's come back to us, which is disappointing. But
is that due to the team around him not being up to standard as well, or is that just him just not showing his potential?
It could be a mixture of the both, to be quite honest. The team around him, I think, make no bones about it, they have not been great at all. If they were, then we wouldn't be 19th. But I think that he's just, especially the last couple of weeks, because John Coleman's reverted to a back five, and then he's preferred to play Elliot Nevitt in the 10 role rather than playing Bradley Dack. Bradley Dack's had a few cameo appearances, but a player like Bradley Dack needs to start from the start and then build into.
I'd have him where Williams normally plays, just having the full midfield to himself.
Yeah.
Go from there. Because he can whip a ball left and right, we all know that.
Yeah.
But hopefully he doesn't start tomorrow anyway, I'll take that as well.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I don't think he will tomorrow. If you talk...
keep Morris in there, we're not bothered about Morris. Especially at our ground. We'll have him.
Lee, have you got any questions you want to
ask? Just an observation really on the league this year as a whole. We've had 2-3 teams come up into the league from non-league, and they're all doing very, very well. And there's some sides, they're just the usual suspects that you expect to be up there, MK Dons, and, they're just nowhere. And it's been a strange season this year. I just think, is it a money thing? I don't understand why some teams that traditionally, you look at all the problems that Morecambe had that's been mentioned, beginning of season, didn't have any players. And then he signed, how many players did he sign? 20 odd? Just been a weird season this year. I'm looking forward for it to be over and us to be in First Division as champions.
Do you think Gillingham will be in the relegation scrap at the end of the year? I think you're about 11 points clear at the moment with a game in hand.
No, so 9 points.
I hope not.
9 points.
9 points off it at the moment. I can't. I'm not going to say that I can't see it because we're going to pick up points. I think that Morecambe and, no disrespect intended, Carlisle were just that bit worse. But it's definitely a worry because, 9 points, you've got to think there's only 3, we've got 12 games left to play, 11 games left to play, and, it's only going to take one of them two to pick up a couple of wins and us to drop points when you're right back in it again. So I can't see it, but
I'm going to say you're supposed to be aiming for playoff this year, wasn't it? According to all your fans at the start of the season.
Well, yeah, I think the players.
How old is Bradley Dack now?
Bradley Dack's 31.
31. So he's still got a couple of seasons in him at least of top performances, I believe. So
yeah,
I think you'll come good next year. Gillingham's always been a tough place to go. It's always been a tough game.
Yeah,
home or away. So sooner you get back to that, I think you'll have a much better season next year. That would be one of my tips for Gillingham.
Well, we said that at the end of this time last year. We thought
close seasons where it's going to tell who you get.
It's quite telling. The players that we brought on paper, obviously football isn't played on paper, but the players that we brought in on paper, you'd be like, yeah, we'd be there or thereabouts. But we had a good start to the season, good August, good September, and then October we lost every single game barring one, which felt like a defeat anyway because we were winning till the 94th minute. And then it's just been, I think we've only won like 3 or 4 games since November.
Similar sort of to MK Dons. Everybody's tipped to be champions by Christmas. And they've just done nothing.
Yeah,
I'm going to say you've had a lot of draws since Christmas. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
draws don't. We've had seasons full of draws. Did nothing for us either. It's just you need to win. It's as simple as that.
You've had 5 draws since Christmas.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we're going to have Jack here. You got any questions you want to ask?
No, I've got no questions. Haroon took mine.
Right.
He does that to everyone.
Thief.
My question is to you, what would you say your pros are and your cons are?
Pros would be defensively. We are quite solid defensively. I think we're the 8th best team in the league defensively when it comes to conceding goals. And the cons are trying to get that ball in the back of the net. Like, it's just been such a long time now where it just doesn't work for us. Every time we score more than one goal, I'm trying to adjust the TV or trying to sit there rubbing my eyes at Priestfield to see if it's actually true. But, pros are definitely our defensive work, but cons are definitely our scoring goals.
And the last 2 questions, I think, one from Haru and one from Robbie. So, Robbie, do you want to go first?
Super, the question is, why do you concede? What is the issue there? Because you say your defensive work is spot on. Is it from your own mistakes, or is it just over top balls, or Morris not up to standard in net?
No, I think Morris is good. It's quite a divide, really. Some people prefer Glenn Morris, others prefer Jake Turner. But conceding wise, it is down to individual errors with us, and there's been so many of them over the last few weeks. I mean, you can look back, over the last 4 weeks and pick about 4 or 5 that shouldn't have happened, goals that shouldn't have happened due to individual errors. As I say, like, the defence itself is pretty solid, 8th best defence in the league, but it is just those crucial moments where, you go 1-0 up.
Lack of concentration.
Yeah, you go 1-0 up.
The last 10 minutes.
You go 1-0 up, and then we think, we panic, and then we go 1-0 up, and we're like, oh, we're going to concede, and then we end up invariably doing that anyway. So, yeah, it's just a mixture of...
Does the 5 at back help, or does that just make it more panicky for the back 5?
Sorry?
You play with a back 5, does that just make it worse with 5 at back? Especially when you make so many errors?
To be fair, we've been playing alright since John Coleman's come in, and he's reverted to this back 5. Apart from Barrow away, after that, we've like kind of concreted it down, and we look a bit better with it. It's just, I really, if I knew all of the reasons why, then, we could fix them, couldn't we, all of us as football fans? And we'd be manager ourselves. But I think for us, it is the lack of service going forward, as well as the lack of potency in front of goal. But defensively, I think we're pretty solid. Yeah.
And just another quick question. I do apologise. Who's a player to watch out for tomorrow?
Joe Bode.
Joe Bode. Thank you.
All right.
And before we get to Haru, that's got to be the best name I've ever seen in my entire life. Only Gills. That is the best logo I've seen in my entire life. If you want to come and join, come and have a chat. Haru, have you got any last question do you want to ask?
Yeah, just wanted to ask, imagine you were John Coleman and you had to give a pep talk to the lads, what would you say?
If I had to give them a pep talk for tomorrow, keep it tight, keep your eyes on what we're doing, and let Bradford worry about themselves, and then we'll worry about ourselves. Because I find that we do kind of sometimes worry about what the other team are doing too much. Whereas if we just focus on what we're doing, focus on what we need to get done. As I say, I can't see us getting a result anywhere tomorrow, but if we can at least give a good account of ourselves against a team that, for me, and I've been saying it for a couple of weeks on X, that for me are the best team in the league at the moment, then yeah, we can see what happens, because it will be very us to lose games and then we go and beat teams at the top of the league. It's just the way that it's always been. It was for us against Port Vale when they were top or second. Last season against Wrexham, we beat them at home. So yeah, it's just very us to fail against teams in and around us. But then when we're playing the top teams, and we can pull off quite a good performance. So just focus on what we're doing, and that's all we can do.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good to hear.
And Rob, have you got your hand up again, or is it just...
Yeah, apologies. I'm full of questions tonight. What players are you not looking forward to coming, obviously, tomorrow and keeping an eye out for?
What, for it?
Obviously, it says Sarcevic, I assume, is injured.
Sarcevic injured still, yeah. Is it,
He is, yeah.
Was it Patterson?
Bobby's out, Patterson's out, yeah. So there are some big key players that are missing tomorrow.
Yeah.
But Shepherd, I'd probably go Shepherd for the back three, is something to watch out for.
Is Halliday playing?
Yeah, Halliday's
yes, he is playing.
Is on fire as always.
Yeah.
A new left wing back as well, / left mid, I'm going to say. Is a one to watch out for tomorrow as well.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll contact John Coleman now and let him know.
He's probably crying. He's listening.
You won't catch him because he's just lightning.
Right. This podcast is going to be probably the longest podcast known to Bradford City fan history. But if it's alright with the view, is it okay if you ask a couple more questions? Or?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to, mate, if you need to.
Okay. Cal, have you got any last questions you want to ask?
No, I think I've asked what I needed to ask. I've got my beef tea coming tomorrow. I'm sorted.
Haru?
No, nothing. Just want to say to the view, good luck for tomorrow.
Yeah, you too, guys.
No, chicken balti pies, do you? And can anybody bring me one back if they want?
Just got one last question. How's your pints at the ground?
Pints are alright. We're Shepherd Neame. We're in partnership with Shepherd Neame, so it'll be like Spitfire and Orchard View and Hurlemans and stuff like that. So,
right. No worries.
Pint of Spitfire's not bad at all.
Would you stick with the same manager coming into next season?
Oh.
I know he's only there temporary, isn't he? But
yeah, this is quite a content.
You haven't really. Have you had any rumours who's coming in or who's stepping up? Or
yeah, so this has been quite a contentious issue amongst the fan base in recent days, should I say? Because a certain somebody got sacked at MK Dons, and he was going to come to us beforehand, but Crawley wanted too much in way of compensation. Apparently, he then obviously went to MK Dons, and then he's now been sacked. So. It's quite split because, there's no forgiving the fact that we've won one game in 11 under Coleman. But it's then a case of, do we stick or twist in the summer? He's got a 6-month contract, so we're not going to have to pay him off if he does go in the summer, and then bring Scott Lindsay in. He lives in the area locally, so,
The thing is, though, when you watch...
Is Coleman getting the support from your board, though?
Well, he can only get so much support, as in, to the extent of they've given him a 6-month contract.
Right. No, I'm on about him, like, signing players and stuff, or if he's there short term.
Well,
did they put a limit on what he could sign, or?
No, so the whole remit in January was, get players in. If you need players, we're buying for you. Like, we signed Nelson Kambene from Bolton, on a permanent. And then we've got, Andy Smith from Hull. He's on loan. He played for Grimsby last season before. Got player of the season. Then we had Asher Agbenone on loan from Palace, but he played like 3 games for us and then got snapped again. Well, no, I think he snapped a hamstring against Barrow. And then we've got JJ Morgan on loan from Chelsea, who's...
Hey, there's a job for you there, Johnny. You could go down as team announcer.
Yeah, I'd be shit at that. I can't pronounce names for toffee, can I?
No, but
right,
it's entertaining in footballing, wasn't it?
Al, have you got any last questions for him?
Yeah, be honest. Hope Gillingham stay up this season. I know they're 19th, but the table looks tight this season. It's been a strange season for Carlisle United. So yeah, just hopefully you stay up. All the best from me, really, and hopefully you have a good game tomorrow against Bradford City. I'll probably go a 1-1 draw, to be fair. A 1-1 draw.
Robbie.
That's it, really.
I hope Harrogate beat you now. I had you to win you, so I hope Harrogate beat you. No, just going back to the manager with Lindsay. I don't know why you want him in, because he's been at MK for a short period of time, as I'm going to say. I want a full season, but he can't do a good job with a decent / League One team at MK, and he brought Crowley in. He hasn't won a game since he went there. I was speaking to an MK fan. He says literally just bring players in from how they played against us, and if Lindsay's going to do that with you, I don't think you'll get anywhere with him. So why do you want Lindsay at Gillingham?
No, I don't, mate, personally. I would rather Ryan Lowe, or someone of that ilk.
Ryan Lowe would be a good shout for Lowe.
Someone of that ilk. I'm not one that's set on Lindsay coming in. If he comes in, then, I support any manager that walks through the door, regardless of personal opinion. But yeah, for me, it would be, as a preference, would be Ryan Lowe. But, time will...
I think with Lindsay, he just does well when money's around him. And if you have got money, fair play to you, I think he will do something. But same with Darren Moore at Port Vale, I think is same with him. If you haven't got money around him, I don't think he's a decent manager.
But then he didn't really have that much money at Crawley, to be fair.
He didn't, but I think Crawley just got lucky.
Yeah.
Personally, I think. And obviously when they've gone up, they've sold all the best players and they're going to come back down, which I think is pointless anyways.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think he is the right man for Gillingham. I think you need someone who's way out of the picture, same when we got Mark Hughes. He brought his fan base back in, no disrespect.
He might be looking for the job company.
He didn't do the job with us, he didn't get us up to League One, but he did bring the fan base in, and I'll always remember that.
That's the playoffs.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
He gave us a chance.
I'm a Carlisle United fan and I love Mark Hughes. He's always a good man doing stuff with supporters and that. He's a nice man.
He's nice, but he's arrogant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I've got another question, actually. What is the attendance for tomorrow's game? How many Bradford City fans are going down to Gillingham? Have you sold out?
I do know that they've taken the tickets off sale at 4:00 yesterday. So I'm pretty sure there are still tickets available if you go down to Gillingham and you buy it there. We've got a little over 1,000 fans going so far.
Well,
That's all I know.
that's a massive attendance going down from there, especially when they're near down south and near London and that.
Yeah.
Lee, you got any questions you want to ask? He's still there, Lee?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry.
Yeah. Any questions?
No, just looking to see if we'd sold out. I think we're as near as have, but it is no questions really. Just hope it's a great game, and everybody stays safe, and we come home with 3 points. Sorry to all you Gills fans. I saw a podcast on Gills with what do they call him? Who with Bantam's Beak or whatever.
I know who you mean.
Chris something.
Yeah, Chris from who used to be on the City Event. Yeah,
City Event. That was it.
Yeah, so I think he did that on Wednesday or Thursday with Matt.
Yeah.
He does Gills and
there just seems to be a lot of negativity in Gillingham at the minute, which I recognise from seasons gone by, obviously, with following Bradford all my life, so...
yeah, there is at the moment.
And best wishes from Bradford, you know. Coleman, maybe not the right man at the time, but he's had a good history as a manager. Bradford, he came for a job there once upon a time, didn't get it, but...
What made you bring him in? Is it just to bring your fans back into the stadium?
That's what I was just wondering.
Bring a backboard to your
Why
club,
Coleman?
So Coleman came in because we lost to Bromley on the 2nd of January. We sacked Mark Bonner, and then it was just I think it was more a case of it. Our managing director said at the time that it was to, you know, push us on to the promotion places. And it's just not worked out, really. It was just to steady the ship, get a wise head in. But it's just not worked out, guys. But, you know, tomorrow's another day.
Do you blame Coleman for the playoffs push not happening, or is it the players?
You know, when you've got 11 of the players that we've got in the squad have now got 3 managers sacked. So...
A bit of player power going on, do you think?
Sorry?
A bit of player power going on, do you think?
Yeah, maybe, you know, it lends itself to that, doesn't it?
It seems that way.
Do you have any of them players what you just want to get rid of? If you could name them.
I think we've got like 11 or 12 players out of contract in the summer. So,
would you get rid of them anyway? Would you keep hold of any what have earned the right to stay there? Or
I'd probably keep hold of 2, which would be Robin McKenzie and Glenn Morris. But the rest of them can go.
In the words of Bob Marley, it's Exodus time, isn't it? I think end of the season.
And last but not least, Jack, have you got any questions you want to ask?
No questions.
Right.
Your Honour.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for having me on.
Oh, you're welcome.
We do our live podcast on StreamYard on Mondays. If you guys want to give it a watch, we do a review of the weekend's games. So there's 4 of us on camera, and then we've got graphics and stuff on there as well with stats and everything. So if you want to give us a watch there, and also give us a follow as well, that'd be much appreciated.
Is that on your account?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So I've just thank you for Haru for sending me this. I would class it as breaking news, but it's 3 hours old. I've just found on the Bradford City site, Bradford City AFC can today confirm that a male from the Wirral has been handed a 3-year football ban order for posting offensive content online. The individual who has committed the offence following the Bradford City 2-0 victory over Tranmere Rovers at Prenton Park back in October was unavailable to attend any football fixtures across the UK for 3 years and must also pay £365. The person was found guilty of posting 2 messages on social media platform X, used to be Twitter, which was described in the court of grossly offensive or innocent, obscene or menacing character. Bradford City FC welcomes the verdict thanks to Merseyside Police and West Yorkshire Police for their efforts in bringing this individual to justice. The club would like to remind anyone that we have zero tolerance policy towards any form of abuse, discrimination, including tragedy chanting, condemned in any strongest possible manner. So that's a bit of breaking-ish news there from Bradford City.
What's the
so
sign
just
for?
to remind everybody, be careful what you put on social media.
Yeah.
Right. Starting off with
Before you mute everybody as well, can I just say, It's been a magnificent showing tonight. 18 people at one time. God knows how many people listening. Thank you all. It's magical when it's like this.
If Bradford don't win tomorrow, I'm not joining back.
Well, what can I say? Some fans are fickle.
We'll be on the podcast.
Fickle fans.
And just for your entertainment, Lee.
Next week's topic.
Just for your entertainment, Lee, we're not actually quite finishing yet.
Oh, good. Good. Glad to hear it.
It's that time of the day. It's currently 7:30. We've been going strong for nearly, it feels like 2 hours. Callie, what's on your plate?
I'm having salad and pork chops with barbecue marinade tonight.
Haru?
We've got, my family just all had a meat feast pizza.
Oh, fancy. Ale?
I had, it's been a strange one. I haven't had it for a couple of months and months and months, but I had a jacket potato. It's a strange one.
Please tell me you had something on it, not just a jacket.
No, a jacket potato, cheese and beans. Can't beat it.
Right.
Cheese and beans, no
so
butter.
the view from Medway Fancast, what have you had for your teammate, or what are you planning to have for your team?
Oh, I cooked a nice spaghetti bolognese for me and the wife tonight, so I'll be having that when I get off of here.
It is. Robert?
Whatever's in the freezer when I get downstairs.
Lee?
I had fish and chips tonight, as I was munching when we started.
Nice. And last but not least, Jack?
I've had the same as Lee.
Have you been sharing?
Nah, I made my own fish and chips.
Very good.
And I've had...
Homemade, can't be beat.
I had mashed potato and chicken. Right, it's that time. I want to say thank you to Callie, Haru, Harley, The View from the Medway Forecast, Robbie, Lee, Diane, and Jack. Everybody, thank you for coming along. I've enjoyed the podcast today. If you do enjoy what you're hearing, give us a follow on X. Just search for Chickens on the Loose. Also on TikTok, Chickens on the Loose. On all other social podcasts, just search for Chicken Podcast. But on here it's Podcast Chicken because someone already had Chickens Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, Chickens on the Loose podcast on all podcast services, from Apple Music to Spotify to YouTube, and also on Nations Radio. We've also got a small Facebook page, Up the Chickens on Facebook, where we do Golden Goal every match day, and we do Super 6 every season. Also, other small Facebook page, Chickens on the Loose on there. Thank you everybody again for coming along. Hope Bradford do beat the Gillingham tomorrow. And wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Up the Chickens. Good night all.
So they scored the second goal.